Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and yeah, you've seen the title. It's for a class, taking the opportunity now to make content while also getting a grade for this project called Capstone. What it is, it essentially shows that I could explain history and all that sorts of stuff. So, with this project, I'm going to be explaining all the presidents and their terms. At least some of the most important ones. So we're probably not going to go through all 47 presidents. We're probably just going to go through like at least 16. The ones that like made a difference through like American history. At least in my opinion. Now, I'm probably ending up missing some, which is probably going to be the case. But here's the ones I think that are like really important to our American history. So, let us begin. So, we gotta start off with the good man, George Washington, the first president of the United States. He served for 10 years. This was like way before they had like the 4-year term. Like, or this was like before a term was 4 years. So, like longer gap than, or I guess like there's gonna be like a lot longer presidency than the other, which it is what it is. He served 10 years. Before his presidency, he was a commander of the Continental Army during the Revolutionary War. He also signed the Declaration of Independence as a founding father, and he died on December 14th, 1799. He was also the first president that also served in the military, which makes sense. The next one is Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. Well, I mean, he's the primary author of the Declaration of Independence. He also signed it, along with 4 other dudes, to have us gain independence in the 17th century. Without the Declaration of Independence, I'm pretty sure we're going to be drinking tea for the rest of our lives, or something of the sorts. All joking aside, he also has purchased 530 million acres of land, known as the Louisiana Purchase. So, what did he do with that land? Well, he sent 2 explorers to explore the new land, known as Lewis and Clark. And then we got William Henry Harris, the 9th president. Nothing too special about this dude. He just had the shortest term by only 1 month, because he died shortly afterwards, after he literally just got elected due to pneumonia.
Another happy landing.
Now we're going to go into the Reconstruction era of our U.S. history, starting with Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the United States, during, well, of course, the Reconstruction and the Civil War era of the United States. He was the one that abolished slavery, and he was also the first president to be assassinated. Not good. He was enjoying a movie or like a show. He got killed in the back of the head. Alright, and then we got Andrew Johnson, the 17th president of the United States. The first one to be impeached, because the first president to be controversial. I'm pretty sure that there were other presidents that were controversial. I think I read that Andrew Jackson was controversial, but I don't remember. This is like way after we've been established, so he's gonna be the first president he's gonna be he's the first president to be impeached. Alright, now we got Grover Cleveland, the 22nd president. The first president to serve twice, being the 24th president. Meaning, there was a guy in between. I don't remember his name. It's probably going to show up, like, right here, stating whoever came after. He was the first president to serve non-consecutive terms. Meaning, there's a big one gap in between. Reason why he's the 24th president of the United States. Pretty cool. Alright, now we got the progressive era of American history. Starting off with Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th president of the United States. He did a lot of things. He built our military. He was very wealthy. He boxed. Alright, he boxed. Though, may not believe it, but if you first see him, he looks like a really asthmatic kid. Or, in this case, a really asthmatic dude. That's because he was. But his father, straight up just showed him boxing. And he was a boxer during college. But that's not just those things. He also made a lot of stuff, including the square deal. Kind of fixed like a lot of things that were happening during the working times, such as the getting health codes and safety codes and building and zone codes. And then, of course, responding to the book, The Jungle, which talks about serving unsanitized food, in a sense. The best I could explain it. Yeah, he fixed all that. Like, literally, he was the face of America during that time. But Theodore Roosevelt was in a sense, the start of progressive era, or he's more well known and more of a progressive president, at least. So, yeah. Then we get into some stuff. We get some after World War I type things. Alright. Because we got Herbert Hoover as the 31st president. And let's just say this guy was not very popular. Because, well, he was just really blamed for a lot of economic stuff. Like, the stock market crashing in, I think it was like 1929, somewhere. Like, during his presidency. And not a lot of people like Hoover during that time. And the poor guy, he was just doing his job. Then came to our rescue Franklin D. Roosevelt, or FDR. He's the 32nd president. He fixed a lot of major economic issues that were happening during the Great Depression with the New Deal. He's the only president that served longer than any other presidents. Yeah, like, for 12 years. That's probably for the best that he did, because the economy was really struggling during the Great Depression. And, yeah, we also kind of needed him during World War II. Speaking of which, He sat with, he was one of the big three, sitting with Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, and Joseph Stalin, the dictator of the USSR. It was something. The 40s was something during that time, which kind of leads into the Cold War. The Cold War lasted about it lasted about like 40 years, and that's because we just had different ideas of how we do our money. So, being a capitalist, there's different pay rates. Lawyers get a different pay rate. The garbage collector gets a pay rate, so on and so forth. They're all different, and you work hard to earn that money. However, over in the USSR, if you're a communist, you get the same pay rate. Like, let's just say you dealt with a really good case, you get the same pay rate as a garbage collector. That's kind of the issue. So, communism is bad, capitalism is good. So, with that being said, it lasts